Happy day, evening, night. What, middle of the night / dawn? What are you experiencing? What time are you listening to this, you silly person who decided to listen to this? That makes it sillier than the person who's making it. Nope, because if I'm making it, then there has to be an intent that someone might listen. So mock you, audience listener, I will not. I will pat you on the back and say, you still should have something better to do with your time than this, but hey, without you, there's no communication. Just me shouting into a Samsung Galaxy S4 microphone for no purpose. Well, I get purpose out of it. I mean, it's my audio diary. It's my reference point as to where I've been and where I'm going and where I should be and where I might not ever even have wanted to head. But with all that texture, for me, there's a point. For you, well, maybe you're here to find out what it's like to have 25% of a mushroom chocolate bar in your system after, how long's it been, an hour? I think it's been an hour. Not quite. It's been 56 minutes. Well, I can say that it's not a whole lot different than my normal self, which is cool. I mean, yeah, that's nice. I bought bad drugs, or I'm normally a mushroom trip kind of guy. Either one. Well, I guess neither one. Okay, I didn't buy bad drugs because I've done these. So, 25%, in other words, 3 squares off the old 12 square chocolate bar. Well, all I've really been doing is listening to music. But I have been loving listening to music. Like I always do. So, am I that different? I don't know. I don't feel different. I don't even feel high. I'm not getting any visuals. I can look at this pinball table and see nothing unusual. I can even angle the screen here and... Nope. Attack from Mars still looks like Attack from Mars. Nothing unusual about it. But, I don't feel any physical, trippiness. There's no hair weirdness, there's no saliva weirdness, there's no weirdness yet whatsoever, really. So is this a waste of mushroom trip for me? Maybe. But to be fair, I did have a rather full stomach when did I? Yeah, I'd eaten burrito. That counts. Okay, I'd had a mini burrito and quite a few cookies, if we're being fair. So, probably on a full stomach. That's probably fair. But still, I'm feeling nothing. Here, I'm going to drink a little of this Starburst cherry-flavored water. Ooh, it's strawberry. Never mind, strawberry. Slightly refreshing. Mostly overly sweet. Definitely reminiscent of my childhood with Starburst, though. So, job well done there, Walmart. Considering all the things you've been fucking up lately, I guess I should compliment you when it's due. Yeah. I mean, here, let's take a pull off the old vaporizer and see if that's got any legs to it. Okay. That's about as big a pull as I can take off my vaporizer. Yes, you're welcome, vaporizer. Making the sweetness of that Starburst water almost more palpable. But now I'm just going to be high, like stoned. Well, probably not from the vaporizer hit, but how about some of this fine green? What we got sitting over here? Green crack. Sure. Do not take this as indicative of me condoning a pattern of life for you. This is my pattern of life, not yours. You shouldn't be doing this. Well, I mean, if you like Afghani pressed rosin hash as much as I do, well, then maybe you should be doing this. But now I'm just going to be really, really stoned. And the mushrooms, while they're enabling bigger bong hits, I'll give them that. Other than that, I'm not really getting a whole lot of benefit. So, look, it's now been, how long have I had these suckers? They went in at 8:21, and this is telling me that it is 9:22, so 61 minutes later. Why don't I check in another hour and see if anything's improved? Man, come and stroll right into town. All right. Admittedly, I'm pretty fucking high. I mean, high on marijuana, but the 25% chocolate bar, mushroom bar that is also in my system, well, I want to give it some credit. I want to say, oh yeah, that's the reason that this is all happening, but if you recognize that video game in the background, kudos to you. The psychedelic skit in Jungle Book from 1967 with the orangutan and you want to be a man cub, stroll right into town. That part, I don't want to do any copyright infringement. Be just like the other man, tired of monkeying around. But if you're gonna see that part, this is when I'm like, should I take more mushrooms? Like, I love this part. In fact, I've watched this high on mushrooms many a time. But it doesn't feel like I'll be watching them high on mushrooms this time. No, boys, you're on your own. Just give me the secret, man cub. Just show me what to do. Just give me the secret, man cub. Just show me what to do. Give me... Alright, I'll stop. But I want to be a man cub. Just strolled right into town. Okay, maybe I'm a little high on mushrooms. But this definitely feels like weed. Oh, I'm tired of monkeying around. Ooh, I want to be just like you. Wait, am I copyright infringing Disney? I mean, of all the copyright infringements that get taken seriously, they ain't going to be wanting me singing their songs on mushrooms. Oh, I so want to sing their songs on mushrooms. So maybe I should take more mushrooms. Singing them high is just not as much fun. But there's your halftime report. We're now 86 minutes into this mushroom experience, if you can call it that. Yep. Or you could just call it standing in line at Disneyland waiting for the ride and knowing that it's got to get better than this. And, oh God, why didn't I pee before we got in line? Pause. Just give me the power of man's red flowers so I can be like you. I said, ooh, woo, woo. I want to walk like you, talk like you. You know, one of the things I haven't mentioned much recently, but is starting to dominate my immediacy. For instance, right now I'm looking at a 9. Are the numerical syncs that are happening around the number 9 and the number 3. And probably 6 if I was noticing, but certainly 3 and 9. And when these patterns start to stand out so fucking repetitively, everything is one or the other. It seems like whenever I happen to care to dip. Again, all that stuff that was on my life plan that was before the diamond light has happened. All of it. So, where am I going to fit this into the rotation? We'll just swap it somewhere in the middle. I'd delete it, but there's no denying this is part of what having time to think about where I'm at leads to. Oh yeah, all that stuff's done. Let's hope I'm just crazy. Let's seriously hope I am just crazy.
I made a deal with you. What I desire is man's red fire.
Alright, universe. Well, it took a while for you to play a song that fucking rubbed me the wrong way. But Smooth Criminal Michael Jackson turned out to be that song. So that's too bad, because until then, I mean, just judging by how sweaty my fucking jacket is, yeah, we've been dancing our fucking ass off. But this isn't unusual for me to do on a Saturday night. I'm just saying. I can't give the mushrooms credit, but I can give the song selection credit, because from basically 7 songs back, because I was going to cut the whole thing after Killing in the Name of, and it was the perfect song to end on. But then came Trip Like I Do. Oh, I can't not play that song now. And it's just been one after another until Smooth Criminal. So, sorry, Smooth Criminal, but you were no, Sorry by Madonna, that's for damn sure. Okay, I would like to... Alright, first of all, I've been dancing my ass off. Like, literally. Hardcore dancing. That is a little unusual. I usually don't dance like I'm in a club. But I will dance in my living room for an hour at a time. So, not on mushrooms. Not on anything. Just in a mood to dance. And I will do that when I'm high, too. So, I still feel pretty stoned. I know I'm pretty stoned. As a matter of fact, I'm smoking Death Star from the Good Chem people. This is one of the best indicas I have. And that, I'll tell you what indicas are for is for mushrooms. That's exactly what indicas are for. Actually, what indicas are really for is cocaine. But, I mean, since cocaine is no longer in the swinging club of my vine selection, yeah, I guess Death Star. Why is everything I'm looking at purple train wreck? What were you? Oh, platinum huckleberry cookies. Wait, what? Is that what you are? Anybody interested in this right now? I hope not. But yeah, that's what that turned out to be. Is that empty? Well, oh no, it's not. Oh well. So, that's how things are going on 1/4 bar of mushrooms. I will say that the last hour has been fun. And it's mostly been listening to music and dancing, to be fair. And it's also mostly been me thinking about how irrelevant my entire occupational distraction becomes the more I look to see what's on the horizon. I've tried to pipe in. If I close my eyes right now and I fucking pinch my eye, like I get the Escher shit, I get all that, but I get that normally. I'm not piped into anything right now. There is no, like, seeing beyond what's right here. So, I'm not getting that out of them. Or out of this experience. But if I were to do this again, I'd want to maybe go play tennis. Or certainly go play golf. I would love to be able to go play golf right now. But seeing as it's almost 11 p.m., I have played some late night golf, like in the dark, with glow-in-the-dark golf balls. Which can be fun, but I don't have any of those right now. Nor would I really want to go do that with the snow on the ground. So, golf's out, tennis is out, everything that would be fun is out, except, and I don't have my bank card, so I can't, like, go to a downtown bar and dance, which would be fun. But I'm just not motivated for that. I think I'm just going to smoke some more weed, talk about how this 1/4 chocolate bar of mushrooms is just not enough, and then probably dance some more. Wow. Yeah, I know a lot of people call Death Star a fucking hybrid, like an 80-20 hybrid, and maybe that's what its lineage is. But when you're looking for that, calm me the fuck down, but keep my mind going 75 miles an hour, weed, Death Star would be my choice. It is my choice. Thus, I made the choice. I have enjoyed it. It will calm me the fuck down, but my mind will now go 75 miles an hour. So, shall we think about anything else right now? How many versions of handwriting do you have? Honestly, how many different things could be written somewhere that you'd go, yep, that's my handwriting. Yep, that's my handwriting. Oh, yep, that's definitely my handwriting too. And yet you'd put those together and nobody would swear that by any means the same person had written the same shit. I'm guessing I have probably 7 versions of handwriting that I'd have to claim are my own, but if put in a lineup, people would think were individual handwritings. Like, no way do those 2 people or any of these people cross-reference. And it's not like I write left-handed sometimes. I just have a really sloppy handwriting. I have a really neat handwriting. I have my print. I have my cursive print. Then I have my cursive. Then I have my capital / marker font. I mean, I just have a few. And I'm not sure that they all look intercorrelated when I look at them on the wall. Not that I'm writing on my wall. I mean, I am, but there's paper there. Whatever. So that's where your mind goes at about 40 miles an hour. Now we're up to 50. Should I play more of that hospital video game? Maybe not. But the Jungle Book has been on pause for an hour since I've been dancing. So we could get back to woo, woo, woo. Or we could just leave that alone. Personhood. I don't know how much of that I want to get into right now. How about being so tranquil? Because again, you're living your life exactly according to who you are, what your values are, and how you would face every situation now is exactly the way you faced it and would face it again. That's a pretty good run to be on. I don't know that I stand back sometimes and give myself enough credit for living a life that feels so livable and worthwhile and pointed in the right direction at the same time. Even through all the burps and hiccups that I seem to engulf myself within, I'm still making points that matter on my board of soul resonance. Viable board of soul resonance stand out, and I appreciate them in real time. So I can say that on mushrooms, even if I'm not connected to the goddamn Akashic records or anything of nominal value beyond recognizing my own. Sometimes recognizing your own value is enough, right? All right, enough pontificating. I got some dancing or probably some eating to do. All right, later. Okay, having now invited more copyright infringement from Disney than is even remotely sensible, and listening to somebody driving off on a snowy night in a dune buggy? Maybe it is Denver, but it's what, 11? Is it 11 even? Yeah, it's 11:10, and the feeling is gone, if there was one. I had one good hour, which makes me think, A, I've taken way too many mushrooms in my life. B, microdosing is kind of not for me, except maybe in situations where I would be looking for more fluidity. Tennis, golf, dancing, all came to mind. And I did enjoy dancing my ass off for about an hour, but after listening to trance, and I've got the Princess Leia's on, and I am way into the music, don't get me wrong, but just like I would be if I was high as fuck, which I am on weed. So, microdosing, I would need to do it in different circumstances than just hanging out at the house. I don't think that's the place to microdose. But I did at least keep all of my instincts about swallowing another 3/4 bar of that chocolate, or both of them, or whatever. I stayed in the mild, and I have to give myself credit for that, because that's not like me. As everybody listening knows, that is very much not like me.